this saying that goes, a farmer will hold on to a single drop of rain during a drought. It's a powerful image, right? It speaks to someone in a desperate situation, clinging to even the smallest sign of hope or relief. For investors in MTNL, this quote really resonates right now. They're holding on to any glimmer of optimism, hoping for a turnaround in the midst of uncertainty. So here's the thing, on March 13th, MTNL shares actually rallied over 16%. Now you might be wondering what caused this. Well, the big reason behind the surge is that MTNL has been monetizing its asset. They raised 2,134.61 crore rupees by selling off land and buildings. The details of this move were shared by the Minister of State for Communications, Mr. Chandrasekhar, in a response to the Lok Sabha. By monetizing underused assets, MTNL has managed to unlock some real value and boost its financial standing. And it's not just MTNL. BSNL has also been making waves with asset monetization. They raised 2,387.87 crore rupees through similar moves. Together, since 2019, BSNL and MTNL have pulled in 12,984.86 crore rupees by selling off land, towers, buildings and fiber assets. It's clear these state-owned telecom companies are taking a proactive approach to optimize their portfolios. The key thing to note here is that neither BSNL nor MTNL are selling off essential assets. Both companies are being strategic, holding on to the infrastructure that's crucial for their operations. So they're still focused on delivering uninterrupted services to their customers, even while cashing in on assets that aren't vital for future growth. So despite the strong gains we saw today, it's important to remember that MTNL shares are still far from where they were at their peak. Back in July of last year, the stock hit a 52-week high of 101.93 rupees. But right now, in the last 6 months alone, MTNL stock has dropped by over 17.5%. So even with the recent rally, the company has a long way to go to recover. Now let's take a step back and understand what's actually happening with MTNL. But first, let's talk about what the company does. Mahanagara Telephone Nigam Limited is an Indian-based telecommunication services provider. MTNL was established by the Government of India in April 1986. It mainly offers fixed-line telecommunication services in two major metropolitan cities, Delhi and Mumbai. MTNL operates across two main segments, basic and cellular services. One key thing to note here is MTNL is a wholly owned subsidiary of Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. Another state-owned telecom giant, Government of India holds 56.25% of the company's holdings. Now coming to the challenges faced by MTNL. MTNL is facing several significant challenges that are impacting its operations and financial performance. Some of the major issues include MTNL has been consistently reporting financial losses for many years. The company's revenue generation has been insufficient to cover its operational and maintenance costs, which has resulted in mounting debt. Despite efforts to revive the company, it has struggled to turn a profit. Next, MTNL's subscriber base, particularly in the mobile segment, has been shrinking. The company faces stiff competition from private telecom players like Jio, Airtel and Vodafone Idea, which have much better network coverage, advanced services and pricing strategies. MTNL's infrastructure, especially in terms of landline and broadband services, is outdated and requires significant modernization. The company has struggled to keep up with the technological advancements and the rising demand for high-speed internet and modern telecom services. MTNL has faced criticism for its customer service, which is often regarded as slower and less efficient compared to private telecom providers. This poor customer experience has led to many users to switch to other service providers. Unlike BSNL, which operates nationwide, MTNL only covers the metro areas of Delhi and Mumbai. This restricted geographical presence limits its customer base and growth potential compared to its competitors. Being a state-owned company, MTNL has heavily relied on government support to stay afloat, especially during times of financial distress. While the government has periodically provided funds, there has been no clear strategy to make MTNL self-sustainable in the long run. The Indian telecom industry is highly competitive. The private players offering better services, lower tariffs, and more innovative plans, MTNL's inability to adapt quickly to these changes and upgrade its offering has made it difficult for the company to retain and attract customers. MTNL has a large workforce, and the company has been burdened with high employee costs, including pension and liabilities. This has affected its ability to invest in network upgrades and service improvements. The company has also faced labor unrest in the past, further complicating its operations. Now, to conclude, MTNL is currently at a crossroads, trying to navigate through a tough telecom landscape with several operational and financial challenges. Despite a strong rally in its stock today, the company's share price remains significantly lower than its 52-week high, reflecting ongoing struggles in recovering from years of financial losses, declining subscriber base, and outdated infrastructure. While asset monetization offers some relief and a glimmer for hope, MTNL still faces intense competition and numerous hurdles that could impact its future performance. For investors, while there may be short-term optimism due to recent surge, it's important to look at the broader picture. MTNL's future depends on its ability to modernize its services, improve customer experience, and become more financially stable without relying too heavily on government support. It's crucial for investors to thoroughly evaluate MTNL's fundamentals, corporate governance, and stock valuations. Understanding the company's long-term viability will be key to assessing its potential for growth. Now moving on to market updates. First, the Lok Sabha has cleared the Oil Fields Amendment Bill 2024, aiming to boost investment by delinking petroleum operations from mining. Petroleum Minister Hardeep Singh Puri called the changes far-fetching, ensuring policy stability and investor confidence. The bill expands the definition of hydrocarbons and replaces mining lease with petroleum lease. With India's oil demand rising, the reforms focus on increasing domestic production and reducing import dependence. The bill now awaits the President's approval. Next, US inflation fell to 2.8% in February, lower than the expected 2.9%, strengthening the case for a Federal Reserve rate cut. Core inflation also eased to 3.1%, signaling cooling price pressures. Markets reacted positively, with S&P 500 up by 0.5% and the Nasdaq gaining 1.2%. However, trade policy uncertainties and potential tariff impacts could still impose inflation risks in the months ahead. India's retail inflation eased to 3.61% in February, down from 4.31% in January, driven by sharp drop in food prices. Food inflation fell to 3.75%, the lowest since May 2023, while vegetable inflation contracted to minus 1.07% year-on-year. Rural inflation cooled to 3.79% and urban inflation stood at 3.32%. The RBI under new Governor Sanjay Malhotra expects inflation to moderate further, forecasting an average of 4.2% for FY26. However, global uncertainties and a weakening rupee pose risks to India's economic outlook. The Defence Ministry has signed a 2,906 crore rupees contract with Bharat Electronics Limited for procurement of Ashwini transportable radar for the Indian Air Force. The radar, designed and developed by DRDO, strengthens India's indigenous defense capabilities. Premium beauty brand Minimalist plans to expand its offline presence 10 times, leveraging Hindustan Unilever's vast retail network. HUL is set to acquire 90.5% stake in Minimalist for 3,000 crore rupees pending regulatory approvals. With HUL's backing, Minimalist aims to scale from 2,000 to 20,000 stores within 2 years and accelerate international expansion. Despite the acquisition, the brand will operate independently, benefiting from HUL's distribution, R&D, and market insights to drive growth. Having said this, is Neha signing off.
Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.